Hi, Mike. This is Paul Shortino here. I hear you got yourself a YouTube show called Grab a Stack of Rock. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I feel I'm dreaming again. Oh, no, I'm dreaming. Oh, no, I feel I'm dreaming again. Oh, no, I'm dreaming. Oh, yeah, I'm dreaming of watching you. That's right, Mike. And your new show on YouTube called Grab a Stack of Rock. Peace, love.
Friday night, we're off to the races. Come and see familiar faces. Uncle Meat, Rob Daniels, Jon Snow. Gibby's here, it's the place to go. Grab a stack of rock with Mike and the Bad Metal Man. Grab a stack of rock and hold on tight as hard as you can. Keyboard's here, it's time for a party. And Chris has got the comments started. Grab a stack of rock with Mike and the Bad Metal Man. Grab a stack of rock and hold on tight as hard as you can. Grab a stack of rock. Grab a stack of rock.
Cup to cup. Cheers.
Good afternoon. Happy long weekend, my friend.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Happy long weekend.
Jex Russell, the Jex Cider, in the house for another episode of Grab a Stack of Rock on a Friday afternoon. We got some fun stuff planned, don't we?
Oh, we do. Hey, you know, it just occurred to me. We both have long weekends, but for different reasons. Your holiday's today, isn't it?
It's Monday.
Okay, well, so is ours, but ours is New Brunswick Day. What's yours?
Ours is called Civic Holiday.
Same thing, different names, basically.
Same thing, different names. I think most of the provinces have Monday off, but I booked today off special so we could do this today from the cottage. I got my special bass with me.
Oh,
We are going to rock and roll today.
are you going to slap
But
it away?
as you know, because you are a show veteran at this point, you've even co-hosted the show on your own with Harrison.
That was fun.
As you know, we always like to start the show with a little something called Ask Harrison, but Harrison isn't here because it's 4 a.m. in Australia. So instead, we have a couple questions for Jex. I think we're going to run 2 today and save 1 for next time.
Okay, sounds good.
Here are 2 questions from one person. Ready?
Ready.
Hey Jax, Rob here. Probably can see behind me, I've got the Gimli on my lap here. And I've got my Sharknado poster, which I just put up a couple of days ago behind me. I'm in my new location. Coming in the very near future, I'll be doing a lot of my live streams from this location as opposed to where I've been doing it in my office. In any case, an Ask Jex question. Try to say that 10 times fast. Anyway, question. I saw your little documentary on Variety Video. It was great. Because, we used to have Jumbo Video here, and it reminded me a lot of that. And to see those pictures of them slowly clearing out the video store was really a really sad moment. In any case, question I've got for you is this. Actually, I have two questions. First question is, did you ever get a video from the video store, like in your case, Variety Video, get it home, pop it in, watch the first 5 seconds of it, or, first minute of it, and go, I rented a real dud? Second question I've got for you is simple. And that is, we were on the show together with the Flash Gordon soundtrack done by Queen. But I don't think I ever got from you what your favorite soundtrack is. So those are just the questions I have. Good to see you, Jex. And we'll talk to you soon. Have a good one.
Over to you, my friend.
Excellent questions. I love movie-related stuff. I love it. And thanks for the kind words, Rob, about the little documentary, which is available on my YouTube channel for anyone interested, Cinebro Supreme. Just look up Video Store Memories, and you should find it. Had a lot of fun doing that. And if I ever rented movies and quickly realized I had a dud. Oh, probably a lot of times. I was trying to think as he was asking, and I remember when I was a teenager, I rented this movie. This is the early 2000s. And it was a VHS tape. It was called Board Heads. And on the cover, you had these really like Bill and Ted looking dudes, like surfboards, like, yeah, man, righteous dude. And I'm like, oh, Board Heads, because I love like the whole Bill and Ted type stuff. And it was absolute shit. It was just really not good. This was like 20 years ago, or maybe even more than that. So I don't remember much of it. I just remember thinking, I think I watched the whole thing. And even Bronson Pinchot, Bronson Pinchot of Perfect Strangers fame and Beverly Hills Cop, he was in it. He wasn't one of the main guys, but he was like kind of a antagonist, and even he couldn't save the show. It was a truly awful movie. And I think Board Heads is like the video title. I think it was originally released by something else. Anyway, don't bother looking it up. It wasn't great, but that's definitely one example I remember being like, what have I done? Luckily, I worked at the video store, so I didn't pay for it. So we had like 10 free rentals a week. So yeah, luckily I didn't lose any money. And soundtracks. I love soundtracks because I know Rob, he loves especially like scores, done by composers and stuff. I love those as well, but I love just like different compilations from like rock artists and the likes. And it's hard to pick a favorite, but heavy metal, 1981 usually comes to mind. You got Sammy Hagar, the Black Sabbath with Dio, Nazareth,
Blue Oyster Cult.
Blue Oyster Cult. It's quite the compilation of kick-ass artists. So I love that one. Dazed and Confused is another one that I love for the same reasons. Trick or Treat. Fastway. That's another good one. So I love rock and soundtracks. Anything like that has hard rock, heavy metal to it. So
since Rob brought up your documentary, we may as well also bring up your new WordPress site. And you've been typing up a raging storm of awesomeness. Pop culture nut, Jex Russell Pop Culture Nut is what you're calling it. Yeah, and you can find it at jexcaliber.wordpress.com, I believe. Yeah, Jexcaliber ended up being the name. It's not really the name I wanted, but it kind of turned out that way, which is fine. So jexcaliber.wordpress.com. I have, I think, 4. Hey, Tim. I have 4 publications so far. I just opened it last week. So I started full force, but I'm going to have a little lull because I have some scheduled, but they're all scheduled for like mid-August because I try to release my stories according to anniversaries. So I have one scheduled for the 13th of August. I have another one scheduled for the 15th of August. So had a lot of fun. I just August is a joint post that we're doing together. Correct. Rob Daniels did a little bit of a spoiler there, but it's in regards to a few weeks ago. I didn't do a show because we were doing a Tim's Vinyl Confessions taping the following morning, And Rob let the cat out of the bag, but that's okay because it's only next week.
Exactly. At least we're close to the release date.
It's a good show. It's a good show. I can't wait to see the whole thing together.
Same.
It's different when you're a participant versus watching. So I'm looking forward to watching. Hey, Johnny Snow's here.
Hey, John.
So
The
today
boys.
we're going to do some unboxings. We're going to show off some. You've got some video footage you're going to show us as well.
Yes. Yeah.
But I wanted to start with some unboxings, if that's cool with you.
Absolutely.
Before we get to the main event, the coup de grace, the main course, so to speak. I ordered these like 3 months ago. This is from tpublic.com, where you can buy a Grab a Stack shirt. You can buy Tim's Vinyl Confessions shirt, and you can buy a Too Loud, Too Old music shirt, of which I've done. But you can also buy stickers. And as you know, Jex, I have a little side gig going with Harrison, writing fiction in a universe called T-Bone Man.
Yes.
I thought, why not? Dare I say, why not get some T-Bone Man stickers? So these are Harrison's character designs. That's one with T-Bone Man there in his trademark colors, the red, yellow, and blue.
Yeah.
Then we have Super Deeks, and his chain with the 2 studs on either end. That represents his Balls of Steel, which is the actual song that T-Bone wrote about Super Deeks. And that nickname, Balls of Steel, came from him just being able to go, hey, Andy Curran, do you want to come on my show and just, shoot the shit for an hour? Balls of Steel.
Balls of Steel, indeed. Indeed.
And it looks like they sent me 2 sets of that, even though I ordered only 1, but that's cool.
Oh, hey,
I got 2 sets of that.
Those look great.
And okay, sorry, I'm getting myself confused here. I had 2 similar stickers. That's all.
Yeah. Right on. Yeah.
Grab Stack stickers, and there's the man himself.
Harrison.
Now I don't know if he wants me to say this or not, but I may as well. A few people have found him on Instagram. He's just started an Instagram for his Lego art, and what he's doing is really cool. He's showing behind the scenes. By the way, that's what Tim's talking about. You can just do that, or Tim's Vinyl Confessions. Do behind the scenes of his T-Bone Man artwork, showing how he did it. So give Harrison a follow on Instagram. I'm sure you can find him. Just Harrison Lego. Look that up, and I'm sure you'll find him.
I gotta get on the Instagram train myself. I don't have an Instagram, but everyone's on it apparently. And
well, not everyone, but
No.
Deke, Tim, Snowman, they're very active on there.
Yeah.
And I interact with a couple of my musician friends on there. Like, I don't know if you ever seen my shows that I've done with Polychuck out of Montreal. I believe he's out of Montreal.
I don't think so.
French-Canadian singer-songwriter, guitarist, shredder. And
Cool.
I did 2 interviews with him. He's a fascinating guy. He's a freaking martial artist. He's an inspiring guy, and he's done some really amazing music. And I'm just waiting on him to drop his full-length album, and then we'll be getting him back on the show. But look up Polychuck on Instagram. The guy's just an insane musician.
Cool. Will do.
One more thing to unbox. Birthday wish list stuff that didn't get fulfilled, so I bought it with birthday money. This is all essential stuff, and this is an artist that you and Harrison talked about very recently.
Alice Cooper.
Perhaps.
I'm guessing.
Perhaps. These are the brand new deluxe editions of School's Out and Killer.
Those look great. Oh,
I had School's Out upside down. So what you get on these, aside from the original albums remastered, to my knowledge, the first time that these have been remastered on CD, to my knowledge, you also get live. So on the School's Out, you get live Miami, Florida, May 27, 1972. Really good set here with songs like Yeah, 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 and You Drive Me Nervous. Halo of Flies, Killer, Long Way to Go. These are songs that I don't know how many live versions I have in my collection. Very few, if any.
Right.
And then we get some single versions, which are usually edits, of School's Out, Gutter Cat, Alma Mater, and Alma Mater is an alternate recording, and Elected is an early take. I love this album. School's Out's very important to me personally. Killer, another great album. You get the album remastered, and then disc 2 is another 1972 show, only a month earlier, April, in Puerto Rico. Looks like a very different set. No, it's very similar, actually. Very similar live set. The first 5 songs are all the same. And then it varies a little bit. And it also has alternate versions of You Drive Me Nervous, Under My Wheels, and Dead Babies. Interesting. I'm a Cooper collector. I have to have everything. And I look forward to seeing whatever they're going to be releasing next in this wonderful series.
Yeah.
This is called the Extracurricular Edition. And this one here is the really killer edition.
I'm curious as to what they sound like. Because like you said, they've never been remastered to my knowledge. So
Yeah.
I'm curious. Killer is probably one of my favorite Alice Cooper albums, as I mentioned in the episode we did. So I'd love to eventually get it. But so many albums, so little money.
Yeah. That's birthday money, like I said. So
Yeah.
but yeah, I'll get them home. I'll play them. I'll let you know how they sound. And especially I'm curious what Harrison's going to have to say about those live discs. Because you know him, he's the expert. He'll know how many versions of You Drive Me Nervous are out there. So
yeah, he's the live guy.
He is the live guy. So what do you have lined up today? I have obviously the main event, but I don't know what you've really got.
I'm just here, man. I didn't really get to grab a stack of anything, like I said, because I'm just finishing my workday. Actually, I'm starting a week's vacation. As of now, I'm on vacation, bro.
Beautiful.
What a better way to start the vacation, huh? Than to be on your show.
Grabbing a stack of rock.
Yeah. I didn't grab a stack of anything. Like I said, last night I was so tired. It's late by the time we put the kids to bed, and I was telling Mike, well, my apartment, it's so messy. I got to move stuff to get to my CD shelf, and I'm like,
same problem, bud.
I'm not gonna go through that, but I'll be here. I'll be your sidekick, and I will say things I've been listening to lately. I blame Mr. Tim Derling, Mr. Tim's Vinyl Confessions. He got me on the Night Ranger train. I've been listening to them quite a bit. I picked up the greatest hits, much like you did, Mike.
Yeah. And
I'm into it. I'm into them. Some songs are a little too melodic for my liking still, but I'd say for the most part, I really like the songs that rock. They rock hard in America and in Canada as well. So
very rarely in Canada, according to Derling.
Yes, we're being literal. Yes, very rarely. But no, I'm digging it. I've been listening to some Cheap Trick as well. I've listened to Dream Police lately, and a compilation I have called "You Love Dream Police," right? So
I maybe I'll wait until you're done talking before I talk about Cheap Trick a little bit.
Okay, and what's the other one I have? It's a compilation called "Surrender," I think from 1990, somewhere around then. A lot of great tracks on there. Jex has some things coming his way. Yes, I think he's talking about some pickups that he's done for me yesterday. Yeah. So I'll keep those for another time. Have you ever heard of a little compilation called Unboxed?
By Sammy Hagar?
Correct.
Yes. Correct. Yeah. That was a big deal because it had 2 new songs on it, High Hopes and another one I can't remember. But it was very
Buying My Way to Heaven.
That album is what kind of exacerbated the split between Hagar and Van Halen. They were just about to go into the studio to do Balance, and they're like, why is Hagar releasing solo shit when we're Van Halen? Why is he releasing solo shit? They've always had a problem with outside projects. Actually, Jen and I were talking about that here on the porch last night. But that Unboxed kind of exacerbated that tension between Hagar and the Van Halen brothers, and they split within 2 years of that.
It's a little much, right? Like, who cares if he's a musician? Why shouldn't he? But
he was in Montrose, and he had the solo career, well before anyway, we could go off on that tangent.
Yeah. So anyway, those are just to name a few, some stuff that I've been listening to lately that I would have brought to show off my actual CDs, but figured I'd talk about them. And after you do a few more unboxings, I'm going to talk about a little event I went to last week.
We'll show some footage too.
Yeah.
You still have to send me some of the footage, but I never got the Mohawk guy back. But
okay.
But we have time because you can look for that on your phone or something and send it to me. Well, we'll do it behind the scenes, folks. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
And we're still hoping Max the Axe shows up. But Cheap Trick, right? So you bought, what was it called? It was called Surrender?
Yeah, well, it's not. I didn't buy it. I've had that for like 10 years or so. But yeah, it's a compilation put out by, I think, Epic, and it's called Surrender. So it's got a lot of their biggest hits. Obviously, Surrender. You have Hello Kitties, Hello Ladies and Gentlemen. It's but then you have The Flame, which really kind of stands out
I love that song.
It's a good song, but it's so because it's sandwiched between like two 70s songs. It sounds different, but overall, no, it's a great little comp.
So our Cheap Trick story is my sister's actually the bigger Cheap Trick fan than I am.
Right.
But she's seen him live and everything. But it started with The Flame because I'm an 80s kid, and that hit the Much Music's in about 88, summer of 88. And here's this guy with a fucking 5-neck guitar. And I'm like, what is this? Who is Cheap Trick? And I'd forgotten the name. I knew the name because of their reputation for throwing Kiss albums into the audience during Surrender. That was their shtick. Got my Kiss records out. They would throw Kiss records into the audience.
Okay.
So I was aware of them through the Kiss mythology, but I'd forgotten the name. And but anyway, that was what got me in. This guy with these crazy guitars in this one music video. He had like 5 or 6 really crazy guitars in this one music video. But my sister was the one who bought the Lap of Luxury album, and she got really into Cheap Trick, and Robin Zander bought his solo album, and Dream Police she had on vinyl. And this is about the Hagar. Yeah.
I remember hearing about that.
This is just amazing that, I was going to say Truck Stop CDs. I was going to say that.
Surrender. Yeah, it has that look. It kind of has that cheap look. No pun intended.
He says, I'm sure he did keep the band abreast of all these events, but those guys are temperamental about outside projects. They always have been, you know? Anyway, that's our Cheap Trick story. And, I have some more Cheap Trick in my collection now.
She had Dream Police on vinyl?
Yeah. I think there was a track on there, correct me if I'm wrong, called The High Priest of Rhythmic Noise that I really liked. But the title track was incredible. They came out with that compilation. I think it was called Their Greatest Hits, which they've since disowned. But it had some cool stuff on there, like it had Magical Mystery Tour, which I love. That's I don't know. I don't really get into the whole politics of, if the official Greatest Hits is better than the one that was issued in the early 90s. I just like what I like listening to that brings me back. So that would be the
totally,
one.
Man. Totally.
And while I'm talking, I may as well open this up, which is the new Coke Ultimate. We haven't done a new Coke on the show in ages.
And you know why? Because you've cut back on soda.
Also, they haven't released anything new in a while. The last one that came out new, I think, was that watermelon strawberry one. Remember that?
Yeah, that was a good one. So what's this one called? Extreme? No.
Ultimate.
Well, what's
limited
Ultimate?
Edition creations. Okay, so you ready? Here we go. Here's my impressions.
Okay, I'm just wondering what makes it ultimate. Like, who knows? What does it taste like, Mike?
Okay, so it's definitely got a Coke flavor.
That's good. That's a start.
I'm definitely getting the base is Coke. I'm getting the base flavor is Coke, but I can't tell what's on top. It's kind of like a sweet. It's very sweet.
Okay.
It's not fruity. Well, maybe it is a little fruity. It's hard to tell. Maybe it's like I don't know. It's really hard to describe what this is. It's not terrible. Oh, no, man. Now he's ruined it for me. It does kind of taste like banana Laffy Taffy. I'm kind of getting a bit of that.
Interesting.
Okay. Thank you for correcting me on that.
Okay. I had a feeling. I didn't recognize the name.
Tim is, that's really nice.
Yeah.
And we have to say hello to Mr. Mike Vargo. Thank you for tuning in, sir. Stay tuned for the main event, which is me blowing $1,600. It's going to go like that.
Now you see it. Now you don't.
Yeah, so it does kind of have that banana Laffy Taffy thing, and I can't get that out of my head now.
But that's not a bad thing, is it?
I don't know. I'm not a banana guy. I'm not a banana guy.
No. Oh, I remember those banana marshmallows that you get at the corner store? They're like hard as hell, but they taste so good. I love that.
I do.
And when I was a kid, my mom would give me like a medicine, or it might have been like a antibiotic or something. Anyway, it was banana flavored. It was so good. That's how they get kids to take their medicine. Make it
like Flintstone vitamins was my thing.
Oh, yeah. What you got?
So I'm going to show you another treasure here.
Hero.
I got to give a shout out to Greg Nowak on Facebook for giving me this, selling me this. Actually, giving me. No, I bought it.
I was gonna say, wow.
No, I bought it, but this is his original copy that he bought at Sam the Record Man in Kitchener way back in the day, way back in the day. Took out of the wrapper. He says he looked at the back cover after he got home and realized that he already had all these songs, and he never played it. So this is as it was when it came out of the wrapper that day in the 80s. It's in immaculate condition.
So is that like, I know it's like a comp, but is it the two first albums in full, or is it just selected tracks from the first two albums?
This is where things get interesting.
Oh,
It is the first two albums in full, but not in sequence.
okay.
However, Rock-a-Rolla is remixed. The entire album, every track is remixed. So this has basically an exclusive remix of Rock-a-Rolla. Plus, there's an exclusive version of which one? There's an exclusive Diamonds and Rust.
Right.
Diamonds
Yes,
and Rust.
because that would officially go on an album. It was Sin After Sin, right? Which was on Columbia.
Yes, and Snowman just said what I was thinking.
Yeah, I've heard about that. The Kiss bootleg with the same artwork.
Yeah. I do believe this came first, but I'm not 100% certain because I can't remember what year Barbarize is from. But I do believe this came first. And I love this art.
I was going to
This
say,
always a very important piece of art to me as a kid.
I'd be curious to know who did it.
That information is available on the Googles.
Yeah,
Or Melvin.
just Melvin with a Y.
Melvin.
Interesting.
I'm not sure if that is the same guy as Melvin Grant, who did some Iron Maiden artwork, who I think also spelled it with a Y. Someone's got to do some Googling for me. But I may as well take these records out since they've never been played.
Take a look.
But, there's the old Attic record label
Attic.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a later issue, judging by the Attic logo there. That's the newer Attic logo.
This is a 1981 release, so I'm not sure. But I'll just take a quick look at the pristine. Yeah, it's absolutely pristine.
That's awesome.
And I've never really handled this album before, so I knew it was a gatefold, but I didn't know what was inside the gatefold. But really nice sketch photograph, I guess you would say. It's a sketch of a photograph.
With like pastel colors.
Yeah, very, very 80s. Very 80s. But of course, that is a picture of them from the 70s.
If someone would see that not knowing who Judas Priest was, they almost look like a new wave band or something. You know?
Exactly. Yes. The remix of Rock-a-Rolla was done by Roger Bain, who I believe was also the original producer of the album. And contrary to today, where you just Google the lyrics and look them up, lyrics for some of these songs are included in the Portland Publication Songbook. Judas Priest, Sad Wings of Destiny. You couldn't buy a songbook if you wanted the lyrics.
You had to buy a songbook. That's wow. Yeah. Give us your money, please.
Now, one really interesting thing about this is that Chris Sangarides was the engineer on Sad Wings of Destiny. And of course, later on, they worked with him again on the amazing Painkiller album.
Oh, one of my favorites. I love that album.
Yeah.
There we go. As you're taking out your next item, I'm going to forward you that video.
Perfect. Well, actually, my next item is pretty much that box set. But let's see what Mike Vargo says. I remember being one of the rare people that loved Crystal Pepsi.
Yeah.
Well, they brought it back recently.
I was going to say, this is probably about 7 years ago. My wife and I, we bought some bottles. And I don't remember it being all that bad. I mean,
I reviewed it on my channel. I was kind of underwhelmed by it.
It doesn't taste like Pepsi, though, right? That's all I remember.
Okay, there we go. Thank you, Tim.
I knew he would. I knew Tim was going to confirm that.
Tim couldn't make it today. He's fighting a bit of exhaustion, and he's also fighting the video editor demons. But I appreciate him watching and help us fill in some of these facts. That's really helpful. Thank you, Tim.
I'm intrigued of these demons you speak of.
Well, I don't know. He's working on some video editing, and he's getting frustrated. Okay, Jax just sent me a video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to download this video and upload it to StreamYard while we play the first video that you sent me earlier.
Yeah,
so this first video. You give me some background, and it's 2 minutes and 13 seconds long.
Yeah, so this is an event that was taking place in Dieppe, New Brunswick last weekend at Dover Park. And it was like a kite festival. You got there and there was a bunch of beautiful, huge, gigantic kites in the sky. Like you had a huge octopus and like a tiger and all these things. It was great for kids. You know, we went there with our 2 kids and there was like a station where there was like a kite making station where the kids could learn how to like make their own kite.
Oop, shit.
And, oh, there's the chipmunk.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
What an odd looking chipmunk.
I'm using my fucking echo. Hang on. Just gonna mute myself.
Okay. I can't even. So yeah, so there was like a kite making station. Unfortunately, our kids, it was packed, so our kids didn't get a chance to make their own kite. But there was like blow up, like what do you call them, bouncy castles, stuff like that. Really great. It went on all weekend last weekend, and in the evenings, right around sunset, this crew would come out, and they're called Geomatrix. They're a fire crew, kind of like circus type performers, and they did a show, probably like an hour-long show, and it just blew my mind. It was absolutely incredible. I've never seen anything like it before, and you're gonna see. We're gonna show the first clip, and I'll do a little commentary afterwards.
Just in time for me to finish my issues and get myself unmuted. Okay, so this first clip. Oh, and Tim says he's battling getting his video that he filmed yesterday uploaded, and I can relate. Okay, well, that's got me intrigued. And everybody, if you're not subscribed to Tim's Vinyl Confessions, please do. Not only is he a solid supporter of me, but he's got some freaking amazing content. You should all be subscribed to Tim's Vinyl Confessions, and of course, also the Cinebros, or he'll tell you.
I'm not really active on my YouTube channel, but feel free to subscribe anyway. And I'm on Facebook, Jex Russell's Vinyl World, and of course now, as we said before, WordPress.
Yep, jexcaliber.wordpress.com. So here is the first video that we're going to watch from this event.
Geomatrix.
That's the magnifier. That's what
Those kids are so excited. This is so great hearing their reactions.
it makes a big bang. Lights of fire.
There you go. I didn't know if I could talk over the video if you could hear me at all.
You had to unmute yourself to do that.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Next time we can do that.
Yeah. So there you have it. So I did a little research on these guys. They were absolutely incredible. The quality of my video does it no justice as to seeing the real thing. It looked incredible live. So that man, his name is Ricky. So they're three-person crew as far as you can tell. Well, four. There's Ricky, and then the two girls, Michelle. They're a couple, and then the other girl is Kathleen. And they have a guy. He's like behind the scenes called Toby, I think it is, and he kind of helps out with the equipment and all that. And this is just that was I think the first video I took, and it gets even more and more extreme as the show progresses. That was just a start. It looks pretty cool, but wait till you see the next one. It gets even more intense.
And to answer Chris Sarr, that's called Geomatrix.
Geomatrix, you can find them. They're on Facebook. They always put a schedule of their events. I think they're from Moncton. They have a list of shows they're doing. They're going to be in Shediac, I think in September, and I'm definitely going back. You like it when I say Shediac, eh?
Can't help myself.
It's not Shediac, it's Shediac.
He said it, not me. I wasn't going to say it. I don't know if we're going to get Max the Axe on or not. I can only do so much while I'm live. But
yeah.
Oh, here he is. Here's Max the Axe. All right. Well, let's talk to Maxie. He's just dropping by to say hello.
Here's Maxie.
Max the Axe.
Hello. Oh, he's on mute.
Oh, we can't hear you, Maxie. We got no audio. No, you're muted. You're somehow muted.
I'm hearing something though.
Yeah, it's almost like those Tim Derling squirrels or whatever that's always crawling around whenever it's live. I mean, I can kind of hear him, but I can't hear his words. It sounds like Mickey Mouse, according to Well, maybe Max, maybe you could just speak sign language. But we're going to play one of your songs as we close tonight. We're going to play the new remix of Scales of Justice. When are we going to be able to buy that on a CD, Max? Yeah. Oh, okay, so we lost Max.
Oh, no.
Okay, so let's run this other clip while Max tries to work out his technical difficulties. Okay. So this is I'm calling him the Mohawk guy.
Yes, Ricky, once again.
Oh, this is Ricky. Ricky is the Mohawk guy. Okay, check this out. This is really cool.
Fire on top of his head.
And you're unmuted.
Here we go. Watch this. This is already impressive. 5 torches on his head. Book in hand. He's running around.
Max, you should be able to talk too if you have different audio.
There you go. Lights up this little piece here. Yeah, that's my son saying he's shirtless. Watch this. Bends. Bam.
You know, Jax, if they taught geometry in school with fire like this, I bet you a lot more kids would pass geometry.
A lot more kids would pay attention. Definitely. And look at this. It has to be timed perfectly.
Well, he's rehearsed this, I think.
I think once or twice, yeah. There are the ladies.
Just before we end. Yeah, that was cool. Okay, let's try Max again.
Yes.
Maxie?
Oh.
No, nothing. Nothing. Can't hear you, man. I can't hear you. Can't hear a thing. I don't know what your issue is. I don't know if you have like an external microphone you can try.
Maybe it's as simple as the mute button.
No, he's not muted. He's not muted. Because we're getting like this high squeaky echo of Max the Axe's voice, but we're not getting any voice from Max. Okay, Max, sorry. Maybe you can try again in a little bit, but I'm gonna remove you and we're gonna move on because I can't hear a thing that you're saying, and we only have 20 minutes left. I know. It's crazy. It's like anyway. Thanks for trying, Max. Thanks for trying. But we're gonna get on to the main event here, okay? Cheers, and we're gonna play scales at the end. Cheers, buddy.
He's not impressed. He was not impressed.
No, well, as Tim said, he feels for Max. It's it
Yeah.
is.
It's
I don't have these issues, but other guests do. Other
Yeah,
guests
it's technology, right? It's great when it works. And
very strong, Max. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Max hasn't slept in 30 hours either, so I'm not ruling out user error. But he's just returning from a cottage himself now, and he was kind enough to stop by. So we're definitely gonna play his tune.
well, I hope to get to officially meet him someday.
You will, guaranteed. Okay, so here's the main event. We're gonna destroy $1,600 worth of value right now. Because that is what my buddy Patrick Olson sold one of these sealed for recently. You can see the Sunrise Records price tag. I paid $240 in 2018, and let's just read this label here. This is really heavy, but there you go: 10 CDs, 3 LPs, and 2 DVDs, and so much more. The original album remastered on CD and 180-gram vinyl. Then we have a double live LP, 2 interview CDs, which are really hard, tedious usually. 3 CDs of demos, rough mixes, and a 4th live CD, a live cassette, live interview DVDs. Oh my God. So I have the Black Album box set, and it's even beefier than this. I think it's like 13 CDs, and then it's got a vinyl single, and it's massive. It takes like a week to listen to.
You know, all things considered, $240 for all that stuff is decent. It's reasonable.
Especially considering Motley Crue are asking $240 for a Shout at the Devil double EP or double LP that comes with a couple of singles and some other bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Tim. He can't watch this happen.
See you, Tim.
Sorry.
Don't do it. Just so everybody knows it's Mike's fault.
And hello, how are you today? Glad to see you. We're about to destroy $1,600 worth of value. John T. Snow saw one of these going for $2,200 US.
Well, so I'm a little on both sides. I'm kind of on the fence here because I always said music is meant to be listened to. You buy it, you crack it open, right? But at the same time, it's like, this is very valuable. Hey, if ever you're tight on cash, you could make some cash from selling that bad boy, So I'm kind of like, I don't know. I'd usually be I'd be the first one to say, crack it open. But I don't know why. I'm on the fence.
Well, there are 10 people watching right now. We don't want to let them down. That's 10 whole people.
But a couple just said that.
Now look. Now we
listen to your mother, Mike.
Now we have the parentals. Okay, so this is what we advertise, Jax. We advertised that we were doing this, right? Like I can't bait and switch, can I? I can't.
I'm not going to be telling you what to do, man. I don't want to be responsible.
Jax, it's got to be listened to. It's got to be listened to. I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
Then, hey, you paid for it. You do what you want to do, man.
I want to preserve as much of the packaging as I can.
We've just gone from 10 viewers to 2.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Here goes $1,600 right now. Ready? There it is. It's inserted and it's cutting across. There we go. And yeah, it feels weird to be doing this, but ironically, I think it was around this time last year that I burned my mom's Don Quixote statues that we found out were worth hundreds of dollars. So
that was one of the first things of yours that I watched. Yeah.
Okay, so here comes the wrapper. It's off. We're going to be preserving this. We're going to be keeping this safe and sound.
Keep the hype sticker, yeah.
And it has a paper backing here, which we're also going to be preserving. So it just shows you kind of what's inside. And I'm only very carefully going to be going through what's inside because I don't want to accidentally destroy anything. It does look like it has a little bit of sun damage on the top. I don't know if you can see that, but the cardboard is a little bit lighter where the paper insert was not.
Okay. Wow.
Oh, okay. So I'm trying to figure out how this opens. It looks like it opens like this, like that. Hang on. Oh boy, look at all these comments.
Big Metallica fan.
Open. Yes.
There you go. There you
Ouch. Go. Sound-wise, 7 out of 10.
Nice.
For something to do, Mike. For something to do. I've been saving this for a rainy day, and you can't unbox something not on camera.
10 out of
Okay,
10.
so first up we have a download card. Oh shit!
Wait, no, what are you doing?
Fucking hell! Okay, don't look at that, people.
I was like, he's not gonna show it.
Fuck! Don't look at that. Hopefully, fuck.
Oh,
Some
dude,
buttons.
nice.
Some buttons. Hopefully nobody saw it.
They're gonna be able to pause it in future.
I'm gonna download this now. I'm gonna download it right now.
Oh man.
Download.
You know, for the people who thought you already did one stupid thing, now you did
No
two.
kidding. This is great. This is gonna be great for views.
Oh yeah.
Metallica.com.
I have
Okay.
opened several soundtrack box sets and have not regretted it. 15 disc. 15 discs. Interesting.
Okay, here we go. Okay, just double check, make sure I got this right.
I'll have to do since Rob is talking about soundtrack, I'll have to do a soundtrack video someday, like showing off all my
We
soundtrack.
definitely will.
Yeah.
And it is downloading.
There you
All
go.
right,
Your
back to
state.
business. The buttons, they're pretty nice.
Yeah.
There are 6 in here. Obey your master, master of puppets, and then some ones with artwork on them.
So are you going to keep those in the set, or are you going to put them on a battle jacket?
No, they'll stay in the set. I don't really need to. I got my battle jacket unmodified from my high school years, so we are just going to. No, Mike. It looks like the code is good. I am downloading it right now. We are all good. And yeah, I did consider that. It could expire, but fortunately, we are good. We are downloading it right now. Here's the vinyl.
Yeah. Custom labels.
Yeah. Wow. It is gorgeous. Look at that. Black. How much more black can you get? And the answer is none. None
more black.
None more black. Wow. That is really nice. I don't have this on vinyl.
Oh.
So this is my first vinyl
there you
copy of Master.
See, I didn't know that. So that's an even more of a reason to crack it open, right?
Oh, for sure. I mean, this is all going to get listened to.
Yeah.
And adored. And here's the live album, live at the Aragorn Ballroom in Chicago. There it is.
The Bears.
And there's your set list. I'll just let you linger on that for a bit. There you go. Yeah, Cliff Burton on bass, Here's a massive book. Hardcover.
Nice. Oh, that's a beauty.
And sometimes this is where they pack the CDs in as well, but no, not this time. That looks like master tapes.
Oh, I love stuff like that.
Yeah. Notes here from Fleming Rasmussen, the producer. Here's some newspaper clippings and publicity photos. Just this is huge. This book is huge. More. And this is what I want when I buy a box set of this size. I want to have enough stuff that I can just kind of read along while I'm listening to the box set, listening to the music.
I agree completely.
Yeah,
That's
this is nice. And then we have track listings in the back of the book for all the material that we're going to be finding inside. But before we get there, we have prints. Damage Incorporated.
Oh yeah.
And we have a little booklet here with lyrics inside. Oh, that's funny. That is really funny. But here's a sample of one of the lyric sheets. There's battery.
Hey, I like the artwork at the bottom, like the drawing.
Yeah, isn't that neat?
Yeah.
Looks like something you might have drawn in your sketchbook when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Now, here's something interesting. I'm not going to try to lift this up and show you what I'm seeing. But everything here, now I'm into the CDs and the cassettes. Or cassette. All the CDs are right side up, but the cassette is in the case upside down. But, oh, wow. Big thanks to Max the Axe for my new tape deck. Now it's really going to come in handy.
Right.
Although technically, this is probably among the downloaded material.
Yeah. Still.
Sweden, September 26, 86. And check out the cassette. This is where Derling is going to like it.
Yeah.
Look at that. Red. A red lead.
Yeah. Ooh, and the red lettering.
Isn't that nice?
That's
That's
nice.
a sticker, but who cares?
No, it's even better. It's even better, if you ask me.
Nice clear tape, but look at the red leader. Oh, I hope Tim's still watching. Oh, and Rob is saying affirmative in the comments. He's saying affirmative to doing a soundtrack video.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. Let's just take a look at the J card here, because it's a cassette. Like, you got to do this.
The effort and attention to detail that was put into this thing is great.
Look at that set list there, eh? Yeah.
Yeah. I'll give you that presentation. 10 out of 10.
Yep, 10 out of 10. That's what one of the comments said as well. Okay, so Master of Puppets on CD. I'm going to try to pull it out here without. There we go. Master of Puppets on CD, gatefold.
Okay.
And we'll just take a quick look at what the CD art looks like.
That's probably the remaster.
There's a booklet. There's a CD sleeve. And here's the CD. Oh, wow. Retro.
They stayed with the Electra feel.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. I was expecting a picture disc.
I dig it.
Yeah, I dig it too. Little surprise there. Retro. Then we have, these are in really tight. Interview discs, 2 of them.
Those are fun.
Except when Lars is chewing his gum. Yeah. Trust me on that from the Master of Puppets box set. Another disc. Very tight. Rough mixes from the vault. Just going to quickly look at the CD here and see what the artwork looks on this. It's exactly. Oh, no, these are different. These are different.
Cool.
Okay, so that is one little slot. There were these 3 in that one little slot. So we move over to slot number 2, which has riffs, demos, and outtakes.
Those pictures.
Live at the Meadowlands, East Rutherford, New Jersey, April 86. Live at the Hampton Coliseum, Hampton, Virginia, April 3rd, 1986. Wow, that's another little sleeve down. And then we have a third one here. This one has, Jason's audition.
Okay.
And Live at the Country Club. Master of Puppets, first audition. There are 5 tracks here from his first audition. Puppets, Battery, Seek and Destroy, Creeping Death, Fight Fire with Fire. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. That I dig. Live at Gruga Hall, Essen, West Germany, January 25th, 87.
Holy crap, that's a lot of live stuff.
This has Newstead on bass now because Cliff had passed.
Yes. Yeah.
Another live. Oh, this is live and interview DVDs. Wow, that is a lot of stuff. And I think that might be it. I think that might be the entirety of the box set. I don't think there's anything underneath. No, there's not. So we don't want to be digging any further. But there you have it, folks. That is the Metallica Master of Puppets box set. And yes, this will be listened to. This will be enjoyed thoroughly. Not this weekend because I don't have a CD player or a turntable where I am.
Oh, true. Yeah.
But I do have the download, so I can at least listen to the electronic version. And one more look at these little buttons that are so cool. Wow. So there is $1,600. Although, thankfully, I paid $240. That's the back of the box, incidentally, if you hadn't seen it already. And Look at that. You see the M?
22,894. Oh, and I see the M. Yeah.
Wow. Right. Yeah. Right at the end of the run there. Wow. Whew.
That was a marathon.
Wow. Yeah. And I still have to listen to it. The marathon is yet to begin. And I'm going to catch up on the comments now and see what people have been saying about this amazing box set. Okay. Get everything safe and sound in there. Okay. He wants more Max content. We will get him back, I promise. And he's here for them. I'm sorry, buddy. That's not my fault. That is not my fault. And the Master of Puppets box set has completed its download. So
Perfect.
that was almost, well, good for viewing.
Yeah, but that was entertaining. It was. I didn't think I'd be as entertained as I was because I thought, well, what could possibly be in the box set? But every time I thought it was done, you take out another item and another one and another live stuff, and I'm like, oh man, yeah. So,
well, I back in May, I was planning on doing Metallica. We were going to do the Black Album because I have a number of singles. I have all the original CD singles. I have the singles from the reissue. There was 2 singles from the reissue, and I have the Black Album box set. We were going to do that with Kevin Simister. I'd still like to look at that box set live with the viewers. You remember what happened that night that we had to cancel that show. But okay, I bought it brand new 5 years ago, Rob, for $250. Not John T. Snow. Patrick Olson recently sold a sealed one for 1,600 Canadian. So there you go. That's the story there.
that's awesome. $250. You got your money's worth. Like when you see everything that's included there.
Wait till you see the Black Album box set. It's even crazier. And I really would like to have Justice as well. Obviously there's also the first 2 albums, but Justice would be one that I wanted in box set form. Just, you can't buy everything. You can't. And especially
I know.
And Rush, I believe they just came out with a new deluxe of which one? Moving Pictures, I think. I need that.
It's true. It's true.
I'm going to give a shout out to Deek. He just posted some pictures of the new Andy Curran Whiskey and the Devil box set.
Yes.
It's like the album plus a whole other album of songs. Like, it's nuts. And there's a Harem Scarum box set that's exactly the equivalent kind of contents by the same company. You can't buy it all. You can't.
I know it.
And it breaks my heart as a fan and a collector to not own everything.
I know.
But I got that. You can't have them all, but I've got 2 of the best ones. I've got Puppets and I got the Black Album.
You can't have them all, but as long as you're happy with what you have,
Collectors are never, quote unquote, happy with what they have.
Don't I know that too?
Well, before we wrap up tonight, let's plug what you've got coming up. I know you are busy. You're in demand.
I'm in demand. So tomorrow, I didn't know it was coming out tomorrow, actually. But as Tim said, we have a video coming out on his channel that we did with Deke. So that'll be out on Tim's channel tomorrow morning. I'm not going to say what it is. I don't want to be in trouble. I don't want to let out a spoiler.
We did already let out one spoiler. So no more.
Yeah, one's enough. So that's tomorrow. And then next week, so the following Saturday, we're going to be doing another retro throwdown, Deke and I. It's the Cult's Electric going up against Appetite for Destruction, Guns N' Roses.
Okay, so I'll tell you the story.
Okay.
Guns N' Roses opened for the Cult right here in Kitchener on the Electric Tour. And they played at a little place called Super Skate 7. And
that must have been one wild show.
I've heard all kinds of things that Guns blew the Cult off the stage, that Guns sucked. I've heard all the urban legends about it, but that is the truth. Guns opened for the Cult locally in Kitchener at Super Skate 7. And as Ian Asbury says, and then the Guns poached their drummer.
Hey, and funnily enough, Guns N' Roses are actually playing here in Moncton tomorrow.
No way.
The concert is tomorrow, yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So it's a hell of a year here in Moncton. We had Megadeth back in May. May. And then tomorrow, Guns N' Roses. So, yeah. I didn't get to go to either. Well, I'm not really a Guns N' Roses fan per se, but it would have been cool to go to Megadeth. But again, money, right? So
Rob Daniels knows. I am a Guns fan. I still like the current Guns. Back in December, I unboxed my big Use Your Illusion 1 and 2 box set, which is a huge thing. But a lot of people were disappointed that they didn't include like demos and that kind of unreleased stuff. Where Metallica, they do. They've got rough mixes and stuff in there. And those Alice Cooper ones have demos. My feeling is that Axl is still hanging on to a lot of material that he's not ready to market yet. Such as there must be extensive demos for Use Your Illusion. There must be,
without a doubt. Without a doubt, there has to be.
Yeah, but
that's about it.
Yeah, that is about it. I'm sure we'll be back next week, although probably an evening show. We got to get Harrison the Mad Metal Man back on. I'm going to run the Paul Shortino cameo one more time at the end. But before we do that, we're going to play a request from Max the Axe, and that is his new remix of Scales of Justice. I'm just looking for it among my files. This is a track from the Status Electric album, but shortened and remixed, and most people say improved. We don't know when the album is coming out because we couldn't talk to Max.
No, next time.
But he does have a new album coming out that's going to be a compilation of this, some live material, maybe some new material. We'll find out next time we talk to Max. But I want to thank Jex Russell. Check him out on the Distortion Den. That's no, she's inside. Distortion Den. Distortion Jen should be her online name.
That's her new name. That's it. Distortion Jen.
Distortion Jen. Check him out at jexcaliber.wordpress.com. He's already written a bunch of stuff.
Yes, please.
He's got some stuff on YouTube for you to check out as well, and I'm going to be encouraging him to do more. And this is for Max. This is for Jex. This is Scales of Justice. And stay tuned afterwards to see Paul Shortino one more time. Thanks for tuning in, folks. I love doing these Friday afternoons. I might just go for a swim.
Nice.
See you, Jex.
See you, Mike.
Rock on, everyone. Thanks for tuning in.
This is Paul Shortino here. I hear you got yourself a YouTube show called Grab a Stack of Rock. Oh yeah, oh no, I feel I'm dreaming again. Oh no, I'm dreaming. Oh no, I feel I'm dreaming again. Oh no, I'm dreaming. Oh yeah, I'm dreaming of watching you. That's right, Mike. And your new show on YouTube called Grab a Stack of Rock. Peace, love.
Friday night, we're off to the races. Come and see familiar faces. Uncle Meat, Rob Daniels, Jon Snow. Gimli's here, it's the place to go. Grab a stack of rock with Mike and the bad metal band. Grab a stack of rock and hold on tight as hard as you can. Keyboard's here, it's time for a party. And Chris has got the comment started. Grab a stack